Lancers, good to be here with you. I'm Sabrina here with Ani, and you're watching GTV News. On Wednesday, October 19th, the Fall Blood Drive was held in the small gym. This event is made possible each semester by Mr. McDermott and Student Council. The drive was held all day for any Lancer who was willing to donate their time and blood and registered beforehand. During their designated period, Lancers were summoned from class and put through an intake process that determined if they were eligible to donate. The intake process includes a registration, a health history, and a mini physical. In the mini physical, a small sample of the donor's blood is taken to check for hemoglobin levels. Unfortunately, some donors were turned away because their hemoglobin or iron levels was too low. These Lancers that were able to donate join at least 9.5 million other Americans that donate every year. It's a good thing that they did because everyone in the U.S. needs a blood transfusion every 2 seconds, which means at least 38,000 blood donations are needed every day.
It's awesome that Lancers could help others in an emergency. And speaking of an emergency, an earthquake drill was held on Thursday, October 20th. Mr. Turzin organized this emergency drill, and every Lancer at Grant was required to participate. Most Lancers were simply required to follow the procedures for a safe evacuation. These procedures include ducking and covering at the sound of the alarm during second period, and then filing out along their designated evacuation routes to the PE blacktop behind the lunch area. Some Lancers were left behind in the classrooms to stand in for people that could possibly be injured during a real earthquake. Designated Grant staff donned orange vests and completed the search and rescue drill. All Lancers left with a better understanding of how to respond in case a real earthquake happens.
While Lancers got prepared for an earthquake on the 28th, LA Valley College helped students get prepared for college a few days later. On Saturday, October 22nd, Los Angeles Valley College held their annual College Fest from 9 a.m. till noon. Numerous booths were set up on the LA Valley College campus where college-bound students and their families could meet with representatives from public and private colleges from across the country. Workshops were also provided where students could learn about financial aid, UC and CSU admission guidelines, residency issues, and tips on writing those pesky college admissions essays. Invitations were sent out to students at 11 different local high schools, and the turnout was great. Free food and drinks were also available, which is always a bonus. Hopefully, Lancers took advantage of this great resource and increased the likelihood of ending up in a college that's the right fit for them.
The preparations that were made during the week of October 24th were less serious, but no less important to a lot of Lancers. This last week of October was homecoming week, and while Lancers were getting ready for the big game and dance at the end of the week, the campus was selecting their homecoming court. From Monday, October 24th through Wednesday, October 26th, Lancers made their way down to Grand Hall during lunch to vote on the candidates who are vying for the title of Homecoming King, Queen, Prince, and Princess. Voting began just as the bell rang when students were checked off the list, received their ballot, and decided who should receive the crowns. Once the polls closed, the votes were tallied and Lancers were overwhelmed with excitement to see who the winners would be.
Homecoming elections weren't the only thing Lancers were excited about. On Friday, October 28th, the annual homecoming game was held here at Grant. Students, staff, and fellow fans came out to celebrate the last game played on our home field before the season ended. And with the game being a match up against the Monroe Vikings, our Lancers were confident they could win. During halftime, students enjoyed the wonderful parade consisting of decked-out cars, courtesy of clubs and teams here at Grant. Halftime ended with a fireworks display that lit the sky and wowed the crowd. Just as expected, our football players came out on top and annihilated the Vikings with a score of 27-16. It was a great way to finish the season and helped us Lancers pumped up for the coming basketball season.
This is Ani here with
Chris Gentry.
And he's from varsity. So Chris, how did you guys prepare for this season?
Man, try to come out pretty hard. We really wanted to emphasize tackling. I'm hoping they're really doing that right now, but we just came out confident thinking we're going to win games.
Is there any player that you feel really put a lot of effort in the game?
Well, not in the game, but he was injured. I say Gus, number 2.
That's great. That's very passionate. Yo, do you have something to say?
Yeah. Hey, if Gus listens to this, man, this is for you, bro. We got this homecoming win for you, dog.
Yeah,
you put your heart on the line for us, man, and we won this. Number 2 forever, dog. Number 2 forever.
It was also a great way to get Lancers pumped up for the big event the next day. One dance, besides prom, that many students look forward to every year is the homecoming dance. Student Council organized yet another fantastic homecoming dance. On Saturday, October 29th, this year's theme was Masquerade Ball. Grand Hall was transformed into the perfect party atmosphere, complete with balloons and streamers. Starting at 7 p.m., lancers in dresses and suits made their way inside to dance the night away. A guest performance by Dronic got the party started right and kept it going all night long. The event ended with the crowning of Homecoming Court. The votes had been counted and the winners were announced to shouts and excited applause. The Homecoming King was Anthony and the Queen was Sophia. After a couple more dances, the lights came on and it was all over. Students were bummed it ended so soon, but knew there were plenty more events to look forward to.
The prince is Brian Orozco! The princess is Destiny Nash!
Well, that's all for this episode, Lancers. Be sure to check us out on Grant's website for past episodes and additional stories. Thanks for joining us here at GTV News. Until next time, have a great day.